Hey everybody, it's Chase with American Vintage Adventures again, and today I am at EPCOT for the Festival of the Arts. Now, if you've been following me in my videos lately, you will know that I have been traveling. I did Disneyland, I did Disney's California Adventure, I did both Universal parks, and coming back to EPCOT today, I just feel like it's coming home. So, yeah, hit that music, Ozzy. Mama, I'm coming home. I'm on my way home, sweet home. Home, sweet home. I'm here and I am ready to do my top 10 things at the Festival of the Arts. That's food or drinks. I've got my top 10 and I am going to share it with you on this adventure. You guys want to see what the best 10 things you can get at the Festival of the Arts are and have the most fun doing it? Come with me, I got you. Let's go do this. Before I got started on my 10 things that you must try and do at Festival of the Arts today, I had one little extra stopover, and that was because I saw a sign outside of Connections Cafe where I could come and get my Dumbo pass holder magnet. So I went ahead and stopped by, picked up my Dumbo pass holder magnet, put that in. That's a good little extra way to start the day. Now, let's go get to our top 10 things to do at the Festival of the Arts. Or actually, the top 10 things you gotta eat and drink. You know how it is. All right, so the first thing you want to do before you head into World Showcase or Festival of the Arts is to grab yourself a copy of the festival guidebook. That's going to help you find all the snacks, all the drinks, all the different booths. It's going to help you find what I am going after today, all my top 10 things for you to drink and eat and do here at the Festival of the Arts. And if you're familiar with the festivals, you know about these guidebooks, but they are an absolute lifesaver when you're trying to find something, and they're going to help you along the way on your adventure. So let's go get started. Very cool doing the sidewalk chalk drawings. She said last night it rained and a lot of them got washed off, so they had to rinse it completely clean and start all over again. That's the hazard of doing it with chalk, but they're very talented artists, so they'll get it right back out here. So the first things up on my top 10 list at the Festival of the Arts are just outside the Mexico Pavilion here at the Artista Embarito. I'm going to mispronounce that because I just can't say it, but it's the little booth outside the Mexican Pavilion, and it has some great carne asada. It also has the mezcal margarita, the marshmallow with the toasted marshmallow, and we're going to try that. Also going to try, and this may or may not make my top 10 list, it is the Borracha de Champiñones. Probably butchered that one too, but I'm a lot better at telling you about food and tasting it and eating it than I am saying it. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what these taste like. Alright, so I'm going to dive in and try the carne asada everybody's been raving about. I think this is, you're going to see why this is on my top 10. Neat, nice little medium rare, sweet potato. Let's give it a try. You got the fork. It's really good. The meat is perfect. The sweet potato with it is really good. I might like a little bit more spice with it, but this is definitely on my top 10 list of things that you have to get at the Festival of the Arts. Now, from here, the drink that I'm spilling everywhere because they filled to the brim. This is the mezcal margarita with the marshmallow, toasted marshmallow. It's really when you give it a drink. See, I love that. Some people have said that it's got too much of a smoky flavor, but I love a good smoked old fashioned. I love really toasted marshmallows. So if you if you like your marshmallows a little burnt and soft and creamy on the inside with that char on the outside, you like your steak charred, you like a smoked old-fashioned, you like smoky things, you're definitely gonna want this. This is high up on my top 10 list here at the festival. That big drink is for my friend Justin, who says nobody in these videos ever takes a real drink like you would in real life. Alright, this one is a bonus. I'm not saying this one is or isn't going to make my top 10 yet, but this is the other little dish here. It's like, I'm not even sure what all it is. It's like fried cheese and beans with some crema on top, and it looks like fresh cilantro. We're gonna give it a try. I'm getting the finger wag now because I don't have the fork. This one's going to be an honorable mention. This one is definitely probably would have been in my top 10 if I didn't come and get my top 10 and have it in my head what I was going to do already. That is really good all the way around. Everything about it is super good. The beans, the crunch, the cheese, the seasoning. That's right there. It's really good. This booth has knocked it out of the park. You have to come to this booth no matter what you do. All right, for the next on my top 10 list, I had to stop by the Germany Pavilion and the Pastoral Palette to get the braised short rib with mashed potatoes and broccolini, and this one is worth the trip. Let's dive right into it. That gets a little bit of fork whack. That is definitely in the top 10. Not up there with the carne asada though, but it is very, very good. It's a must do. It's a top 10 of the festival. I'm gonna try one more bite with the potatoes and see how it is. With the potatoes, and I normally don't mix them. I know Mr. Morrow likes to mix them. I normally don't mix them, but in this case, when you add the potatoes with it, it adds a little something to it in the bite. And definitely, without question, one of the top 10 must-eats, must-drinks, must-dos here at the Festival of the Arts. Again, that's the Germany Pavilion, and it is the Pastoral Palette. They also have wild boar over there with duck confit and I think a black forest cake with fresh cherries on the inside. Those didn't quite make it to the top 10, but they are worth a look if you're interested. All right, so the next up on my top 10 list is a stop by Italy, and another name I'm probably going to butcher is L'Arte dei Mangari, whatever that is over here in, I'll put it up where you can read it, whatever that is over here in Italy, and the mushroom ravioli, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a big mushroom fan, big ravioli fan, and it's got a little truffle oil on it. We're gonna jump in and give it a try. If I can get it cut here. All right, here we go. For me, that is definitely on my top 10 list. It's very mushroom forward, so if you don't like mushrooms, you probably wouldn't be buying a mushroom ravioli anyway if you didn't like mushrooms, but you really have to like mushrooms because it is a strong mushroom flavor. It's got like that portobello, really rich mushroom flavor with a little bit of truffle oil on there, truffle butter, and the ravioli is really good. Everything about it puts it in my top 10 list. Make sure you stop by the Italy Pavilion and check it out. So I'm gonna finish eating this one up, and then it's on to the next. A little addendum to help with the mushroom ravioli, to try to put my finger on what the mushroom tastes like. It's, if you've ever had like a mushroom sauce, a portobello mushroom sauce or portobello mushroom gravy, like on a steak at a good steakhouse or something like that, that sauce, that gravy, the portobello, particularly portobello because it has that flavor, that sauce is sort of what it tastes like on the inside of the ravioli. And then there's the truffle butter on top to give it a little bit of oil, a little bit of smooth buttery consistency to go along with it. Just my way to help you understand what it tastes like before you decide to put it on your top 10. So in the middle of my quest for my top 10 list at Festival of the Arts, I had to make another little stop in Italy to pick up some cologne that I found the last time I was here that I absolutely love and that I haven't stopped thinking about since I left. Now, normally for the past decade or so, I'm a Bleu de Chanel cologne wearer, the Eau de Parfum, and I'm just a little picky about colognes and how I smell. And always want to smell good, look good, feel good. And I came on this, I'm sure I'll pronounce it wrong, but it's the Colonial Club Acqua di Parma in the store in Italy. And it's the only place I've seen it so far. And just stopped in and got me a nice little gift set of that. Shot my budget a little bit, but you know, sometimes you got to treat yourself a little. But you know, it's probably enough to last a year or more. So and it came from EPCOT, so that makes it even more special. Even if I could have found it somewhere else, now every time I put on my cologne, I'll think of EPCOT and the Italy Pavilion and being in the World Showcase, and that just kind of makes it a little more special. So every time I smell my cologne in the morning, I'll think of EPCOT. How much better can that be to start your day? Okay, in my quest for my top 10 best things at the Festival of the Arts, I've got two things from the artist table at the American Pavilion, and that is the hummingbird cake and the symphony and chocolate flight, which is 3 different types of chocolate mixed with different types of liqueurs, chocolate liqueurs. One has a Mozart chocolate cream liqueur with dark sipping chocolate. One has a Mozart white chocolate cream strawberry liqueur with milk sipping chocolate. And the other is a Mozart white chocolate vanilla cream liqueur with white sipping chocolate. So if you like chocolate and you like a little adult version of your chocolate kicked up a notch, your chocolate drinks. And see, I love, besides old fashions, I love things like White Russians, mudslides, spiked coffees with Kahlua and things like that. So this is right up my alley. So it makes my top 10 of the Festival of the Arts. And the hummingbird cake is just really well done. It's comparable to Chef Art Smith's at Homecoming. And coming from a festival booth, that's saying a lot. So we're going to dive right in and try all of these. First up, I'm going to try a little bit of this cake. Try to get some with the ice cream custard there. All right, here we go. It's really good. It's super sweet. Yeah, I mean super sweet. The frozen custard makes it even sweeter. So if you if you like desserts but you don't like them super sweet, maybe just eat the cake by itself and not with the custard. Just the cake. See, I'm a fan of just the cake by itself without the custard. The custard with it doesn't make my top 10, but the cake itself definitely in my top 10. The icing on it is good. The cake is super fresh and great ingredients. By itself, it's a winner. All right, enough of the cake business. Let's get to sipping some spiked chocolates. All right, first is the Mozart chocolate cream liqueur with dark sipping chocolate. Now, I like dark chocolate. Not everybody does, but we'll see how this is. Ooh, it is very, very liqueur forward. So they are not cheating you in this drink. The liqueur is there, and you really taste it. It almost overpowers the chocolate a little too much, but it's still really good. Let's try the white chocolate cream strawberry. This is the white chocolate cream strawberry liqueur with milk sipping chocolate. That one, the strawberry is much more forward. You get a lot less of the alcohol burn. Definitely has a strawberry Nestle Quick thing going on, but much creamier and higher end, and you don't have to keep mixing for the powder to stir. That one is better than the dark chocolate by a lot. The dark chocolate is very, 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 very liqueur forward. All right, the final one is the vanilla cream liqueur with the white chocolate. This is my favorite. The vanilla cream liqueur with the white sipping chocolate. Super smooth. It still has the liqueur taste in there. You still know you're having an adult treat, but it's really smooth and you really can taste the flavor without the alcohol overpowering it. I think the little girl behind me agrees. But hey, these and the hummingbird cake definitely make my top 10 of the Festival of the Arts. Come out to the Artist Palette in the American Pavilion. Try them yourself. We're a little over halfway home. Gonna finish up my top 10 real soon. Stick with me, I got you. Let's go do it. Pro tip that I just found out: when drinking the Symphony and chocolate, stir them first. Completely changes the flavor. I'm not sure how they put it in there and mix it up, but when I stirred them and went back and tried them, they were all even better than before, which just cements their place in my top 10. So the thing at the very top of my top 10 list, actually above my top 10 list, that you should do and have to do at Festival of the Arts is buy yourself a piece of original art or a print or something like that from one of these independent artists here. This came from Noah Fine Print, and I got him to sign it and meet him. He took the time to talk to everybody, draw a nice little picture, write a nice little thing for them, and you come away with a piece of unique art, and it helps support these artists. I myself am an artist. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a writer. I paint. I make these videos. That's how I make my living, is off of painting and filmmaking and video making. And it is important to support other artists, and that's what this festival is really about. So in amongst all the food, the drinks, and everything else, the fun, the rides, everything you can do at EPCOT, make sure you take the time to support an artist. And even if it's just a little postcard, whatever you can do, even if you have to skip one of my top 10s on this list in order to get a piece of art, get yourself a piece of art. That's what the Festival of the Arts is all about. I am over here in line at Encanto Casina to get the beef and potato empanada, and I can't wait to have this. This one is definitely delicious, and it's actually a pretty good size. It's pretty filling, so probably won't eat it all, or I'll try to get myself not to eat it all. And I'll tell you all about it, what I do and what I don't eat. You'll see it. I try not to eat everything because I don't walk enough to walk it off, but every now and then the taste is gonna get you. So I've already told you about the beef and potato empanada at Encanto Cocina. I have shown you the empanada. There is only one thing left to do, and that's eat the empanada. And I could do it all pretty with a knife and a fork, but that's not how we do it. We're gonna just get in here and get after it like this. The beef and the potato are really good. It's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick to it in there, which a lot of Disney stuff doesn't have a kick to it. If you're like me and you like a little spicy, little kick, this is perfect. The little sauce on top helps add that flavor and a little bit more of that kick. Definitely a top 10 on my list for the festival. Got the festival pass holder merchandise. Festival merchandise. A lot of our pal Figment. Just a quick little look at the pass holder exclusive festival merchandise and some of the other festival merchandise. I need another cup or shirt like that, like I need another hole in my head. But I want to give you guys a quick look at some of that merch, and of course it features our pal Figment and the sort of rainbow design of colors. That's all about the colors in the paint wheel for the artists out here, no matter what type of art they do. And art is all encompassing. It's not just painting and drawing, which is out here, but even what I do, writing, filmmaking, painting, all this is in the realm of art. Even this YouTube vlog, the vloggers that you watch, they're creating content, original art and stuff for you. And I just really hope that you enjoy it and come out here, take a part in this, support those artists, support people like me on the vlog and their art, and just enjoy it, because art is something that everybody can identify with and bring everybody together. So celebrate it. All right, so next on my list of top 10 things at the Festival of the Arts is from the Deconstructed dish, and that is the Deconstructed French onion soup, which is the French onion beef broth inside a ravioli, and it has the fried mozzarella on top, and it's very interesting. And I love French onion soup, so we're gonna give this a try and see where it lands on my top 10 list. That may be fried Parmesan on top. Get mozzarella on real French onion soup. We're gonna try just to get a little bit of everything. We tried. Here we go.
Hey, we're right here.
You definitely have all that French onion taste. This is a, well, should be a spoon. This is a fork whacker. It's good. I think if you get a little bit of the...
What right over the right?
Definitely a crispy Parmesan. You gotta have that with it. And a little bit of the bread, crouton. It's a really good, the croutons are really good, really seasoned. Everything is seasoned well. Definitely a great pick for my top 10 must-haves, must-dos, must-eats, must-drinks at the Festival of the Arts. We'll see where it lands on the list at the end. not far away from my next stop on my top 10 things to eat, do, drink at the Festival of the Arts is a stop over at Pop Eats for the fried green tomato, bacon, and pimento cheese sandwich with tomato soup. This is homeschool comfort food at its best, and can't wait to give this a try. You know how we do it. We just kind of go in there for it. Oh. That's a strong contender for the top spot right there. It's threatening at the top, and that's even before I dipped it in the tomato soup. So we're gonna try that now and see what that does to it. You're getting the finger wag instead of the fork. Only because I don't have a fork. I want to wag. It's good. This one is threatening to take the top spot, but hang with me and see how I finish this out, what's all on my list, and where they rank, and try Pop Eats yourself. If you like pimento cheese, you're definitely going to love it. If you like fried green tomato, you're going to love it. Of course, it has a little bit of bacon in there. Has a little bit of heat to it on the back end, but it is creamy, cheesy. You got the saltiness from the bacon, a little bit of the crunch from the fried green tomato. Nothing is soggy. The bread is perfect. It is really, really good. Take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. That's how good that sandwich was. That song's been in my head since I ate it. We interrupt this top 10 Festival of the Arts countdown for a quick ride through the galaxy with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. That's a good way to take a little break in the middle of our Festival of the Arts must-dos.
Come on, it's me! I got this! World toast! First it was cake, now there's toast. This plan is making me so hungry.
Alright, for my next and last stop on my top 10 list, not necessarily in order, you gotta wait till the end to see how I rank these, is a stop by the Craftsman Courtyard for the cold-fashioned coffee cocktail. Cheers. That is really good. It's sort of like a mix of a old-fashioned and a cold brew coffee with a little bit of orange there in the top, like you would have in an old-fashioned. So you get that little citrus hit, you get the coffee flavor, you get a little bit of the bourbon flavor that you'd have in an old-fashioned, and it is a really, really good cocktail. Definitely worthy of the top 10 list. Craftsman Courtyard, $11. Nice, and you can definitely taste the alcohol, but it's not at the front, it's on the back end, and it allows you to enjoy it. Get that coffee flavor first, caramel, little hints of vanilla in there. That's from the bourbon, and cheers again. Where will this land on the list? We'll have to see. So watching the chefs work and plate the food at Modern was really cool, and the soft shell crazy crab looks interesting, and the compressed watermelon looks interesting, but what we have been after today is not interesting, but the best things to eat, drink, and do. So that has to be more than interesting. It has to be good, it has to be fun, it has to be elite to make the top 10. And not saying that that stuff isn't good, but it might not be elite enough for my top 10. So I'm in Cellier and just sat down and ordered myself a New York strip, medium rare, with everything that comes with it, and a side of cream spinach, Canadian cheddar cream spinach. And it's my first time here, even though I've been to EPCOT more times than you can count. So I will let you guys know how this steak is, where it ranks. This is a little extra thing for today to finish off the night, and looking forward to digging into the steak at Cellier. Alright, so I'm starting off with the bread service. You got your pretzel bread, which I'm excited about, and the softened butter. We're going to get to that in a minute. Also got the Victorian raspberry drink. This is Canadian vodka and Sprite and raspberry puree. I'm going to take a little sip of that. Cheers. It's good. You can definitely taste the raspberry forward. You can taste the vodka. It's not overpowering. Get the little bit of fizz, a little bit of sweet from the soda. It's good. Now, I'm going to dig into a little bit of this bread. Get a little butter on there. Pretzel bread. Pretzel bread with the soft cream butter. Excellent. But you gotta be careful about filling up here because it's big portions. Great steak. Been eating all day at Festival of the Arts when I'm doing this video. So I'm gonna try to lay off the bread. Wow, if I had some cheese, beer cheese to go with this, it'd be in some trouble. Look at that. New York strip, medium rare, charred. This is a Canadian cheddar and bacon bread stuffing. Got some cream spinach. Now, it's really nice in here. It's crowded, so I'm not going to stay on here and just, for a long time. But I will let you guys know what I think about this piece of steak. So give me just a second. I'm going to cut into it. Let's get this bread out of the way. Look at that. That is perfect. That is perfect. If you can see that, hopefully it'll refocus. That is perfect, medium rare. A little charred. The only thing left to do now is try it.
Have you ever done this before?
This isn't finger pointing. This isn't fork pointing. This is fork symphony, because this is amazing.
We also have our poutine in the top corner.
Perfect, juicy, the flavor, the char, cooked to perfection. Extremely, extremely good. All right, now I'm going to try the cream spinach real quick. Probably going to burn my mouth because it is very, very hot. But this is Canadian cheddar cream spinach. It's part of the enhancements that you can add with your steak. It's $10 for a side, but it's it's enough for 2 people, unless you're really, really, really hungry. I'm going to blow it off a little bit. That is excellent cream spinach. And cream spinach is a legendary steakhouse side, high-end restaurant side, but it can be done poorly. This is excellent, excellent cream spinach. Everything here is great. You get a little bite of the cheddar bread pudding stuffing.
The beef poutine. It's like loaded French fries, so it'll have fries.
Very much a cheddar stuffing. It goes with everything really well. It has garlic in it. It goes with the flavors of the steak. I mean, it's flawless victory with this meal. I'll catch you after I eat it.
Flawless victory.
So I just finished up dinner at Le Cellier and it was fantastic. I mean, I know that you probably get used to everybody saying all food is great and everything else all the time. Think Disney is paying them off or something like that, or they're working for Disney. I am not working for Disney. I am telling you that Le Cellier is worth the reservation. It's worth your time. The steak was fantastic. It was cooked perfectly and the service was great. The atmosphere is awesome. It's like you're in a castle cellar and it is just absolutely, I mean, I didn't have anything that I would change at all. The cream spinach, the accoutrement with the steak, you know, yes, it's a steakhouse. Maybe it's heavy for being in Epcot, but try to come at the end of the day before you leave the park if that's going to be an issue, and give it a try. And that way you can say you've been to Le Cellier. I'm on a mission to eat at every single restaurant on Disney property. So I just checked off Le Cellier on that adventure with you guys, and I hope you'll be with me on many more. Hey, so that's about gonna do it for my top 10 things to eat, do, drink, and experience here at the Festival of the Arts at Epcot. I'm gonna rank my top 10 things. Outside of the top 10, I think the number one thing that you should do or experience at the Festival of the Arts is supporting an independent artist by grabbing some kind of a piece of art, original art from these artists, even if it's a postcard or anything like that. But outside of that, the food and the drinks, off the top of my head, and I may come back and change this when I think about it a little bit, but I think number one is Pop Eats takes the top spot for me with the pimento cheese and fried green tomato sandwich. And I think the number 2 spot for me is the mezcal marshmallow margarita. And number 3, probably the, this where it starts to get tough, and I may have to think about this a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in my top 3. I think in 3rd place is the carne asada. So I'm gonna give you my top 3 now, and I'm gonna think about it, and just like that, I will switch it and give you my entire top 10 once I've thought about it a little bit. But for right now, from Spaceship Earth, this is Chase with American Vintage Adventures saying have a great AVA day. I thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I hope you will like and subscribe and continue to help me go on all these adventures and bring you with me. Have a great AVA day. I'll see you real soon.